Nearly spherical in shape, this plump specimen waddles contentedly along, pecking at the ground. For some reason, someone implanted metal devices into its body. Cluck, cluck. It tilts its head one way and another, scrutinizing you with one eye and then the next. I need to get someone with Animal Whisperer. Okay, good. That's a heal. Alright. So where are we going? Okay. These are survivors. Isaac Reed. The clothes on this young man are impeccably tailored, the height of local fashion. He holds his hand up and launches into what is obviously a prepared speech.
I'm Isaac Reed. On behalf of all of us here, I want to offer our unconditional surrender. As proof of our goodwill, I want to tell you that the culprits got into town with help from Farron Brago's organization, and...
Isaac, how could you? How could you throw in with these people? How could you let them take my family? Where are my parents and my little brother?
They're in the grave you passed on the way here. They didn't suffer, Lucia. I promise. Baby, look, I didn't mean it to go this way. I tried to stop them. I really did. I begged.
He's about to shoot him.
Stop talking right now.
We thought we were in the right. The Dorseys promised that we could take down the Patriarch. They didn't say anything about murdering hostages.
What about all the other people they killed? Or was that part okay with you, Isaac?
It was Melius Dorsey. He went looking for your family, Lucia. Your family especially. That's why I got you out of your house before the raid. I didn't want anything to happen to you.
You didn't want anything to happen to me? So you let savages abduct and murder my family. You knew what they meant to me. You knew what their loss would do to me.
But you're still alive, Lucia. Don't you see? You're still alive, and that's what matters most to me. Farron Brago's gang helped them get into town. I don't know how or why. And I overheard Nelius say something about Liberty Buchanan, the Patriarch's daughter. I think she's going to attack Colorado Springs. It sounded like she's gathering an army out in the plains. Something way worse than the Dorseys. We've been under the Patriarch's boot for 50 years. We say that the 100 families are in charge, but it's really just his family. Just him. I know you must think I'm a fuzzy-headed idealist, but this society's sick. It needs to change. He escaped. He took some vehicles and headed west into the mountains. I don't think he was planning to come back.
I have heard enough. If your betrayal of my family was not sufficient, your treachery here most certainly is. In the name of the Patriarch, I sentence you.
Her voice shakes, but her hand does not. You didn't even see her draw her gun.
Please, Lucia. I did this for you. All I ever meant was to help build a better world for you. For all of us. I can't tell you how much I regret. Please don't kill me. Please.
Oh, that's a tough choice. We're in a post-apocalyptic society. This guy betrayed his town, and all of the noble families, basically, to try to get out from under the rule of the ruler for the last 50 years. And didn't think about the consequences.
A better way? I can't think of one. Not after what he did to my family. You want to let him walk away from what he's done? I have justice right here in the palm of my hand. I am more than happy to mete it out. I would be delighted to be its instrument.
Oh, here we see it. You know, I feel like this is gonna antagonize her and make her. But we were told to get them alive so that we can get that. It's a tough choice. I'm gonna go with that. After a long moment, Lucia lowers her gun and looks away, tears running down her face.
Thank you. Thank you.
His voice is barely a whisper. Yeah, he's gonna get arrested, but he's probably gonna.
Come in November 1. This is Ranger HQ. We're getting reports of shooting in your last known location at Garden of the Gods. What's your status? Over.
Took care of the Dorsey and arrested several rebels. Send a team to pick them up as soon as possible. We'll do that.
He'll be happy to hear that, Team November, as am I. Good job getting those some bitches. Over and out.
Hey, Alterlian. Never can get it right. Long time no see. How are you? Happy Saturday. Yeah, those were some tough choices, right? Gutter snake. Gutter snakes are any scrap constructed weapons based on Kalash hardware. Okay. Arc weights. We got camp. Oh, what happened? Did your PCs do some just make some bad choices? Alright, I think that's pretty much it. Yes, we want to go back to downtown. There have been 2 deaths and 1 hostage. As of a kobold, became only 1 death from some quick thinking. I mean, it's good that they recovered, but I mean, kobolds are serious. Never should underestimate the kobolds. They're devilish. While this is loading, I'll be right back. It'll just be a minute.
You let Isaac live? After he gave aid and comfort to the enemies of the Patriarch? After he helped them kill my family? You let him live?
Alright, sorry about that. I really had to go run to the bathroom. Yeah, I miss D&D, Pathfinder, that whole stuff. Last time I played was 4.0. but I played most of my time. I played in 3.5, which I think is what Pathfinder's based on, or at the very least, it's extremely similar. I wish I had a group. My wife is interested, but we don't have enough people interested. And if we did, well, we do have people interested, but I'd have to DM, and I'm not in a place where I'm ready to DM yet. What's is how far has second edition? Yeah, in D&D. How far has second edition diverged from 3.5, from first edition, I guess? Because I started in 3.0 and 3.5 D&D came out like a year after I started. So I played in 3.5 for like, I don't know, 3 or 4 years. And then I played a tiny bit in 4.0. I have the 5.0 D&D books, but we haven't played yet. Entirely new thing. My only technical experience with Pathfinder was playing Pathfinder Kingmaker, which is another great game similar to this style, but if you haven't played it, but it was even the game reminded me both of 3.5 and like Baldur's Gate 2. So I'd love to grab those games. We're playing the Edgewatch module AP, and it's hilariously lethal. I mean, sometimes that's great. I mean, as a DM, I mean, you always have the option to fudge some rolls to try to keep your people alive and make it a little more fun for them. But challenging, as I'll call it. I mean, you kind of know me now. I'm kind of a glutton for punishment with these, so I mean, I understand that absolutely. That's good though. I mean, biggest thing is as long as you and your players are having fun, even if it's unbalanced one way or the other, as long as everyone's having fun, that's the only thing that matters. I feel like there's a lot of fought versus a cockatrice. I became a permanent statue. Someone else was going to be one for 5 days. Yeah, I mean, I kind of understand that. It's not exactly the most entertaining thing to have to re-roll a character after session 1 and to either re-roll a character or say, well, so-and-so's out of commission for 5 days. I get that. That's kind of crazy, though. Go against a cockatrice and have permanent stone? How many saves did you fail for that? Did you roll a nat 1 on the save? Nat 1 on day 3 of trying to not be a statue. Oh. The nat 1s. Yeah. As a potential DM, I would agree with that call of retconning that, because I mean, I don't think I would ever want my players to reroll a character. I mean, if you do everything right and you still die, I mean, arguably, okay, the kobold leader had 3 attacks per action and Jesus, what level were you guys? You said it's a kobold, so it couldn't be that high level. 3 attacks per action? That's crazy. That's like 11th level plus. Like 3.5 wise, as far as multi attacks, that okay. Let's even okay if he was dual wielding, which I don't. If he's doing 3 die 12 plus 6 on a crit, so times 2 on a crit, so that means he's doing plus 3 and 3 die 12 on a crit. He was two-handing a great pick. Okay, so that means he had 3 attacks per round, which means he was level 11. And he did 1 die 12 plus 2 damage regularly. And you guys were level 1. That is hilariously unbalanced. Like, what? The second edition then the 3 because he did all of them at full attack. Excuse me? So so he didn't have diminishing returns on his hits? What the ever-loving frick? Oh my goodness. Yeah, I understand. Because 10 levels higher than you probably, or thereabouts, can't miss you unless he rolls a 1 probably. And then he crit. And then even if he didn't crit, I mean, you're level 1, so he's going to do 1 die 12 plus 2, so he's going to do 3 to 15 damage, or 3 to 14 damage to you. I mean, level 1s have, what, 5 to 15 HP thereabouts? If it's equivalent, or if it's similar to what I'm used to. No, that's not balanced. Like, 2 AC is nothing. If it's at all similar to any of the additions I'm used to, 2 AC is nothing. For 2 extra attacks, I think the only way that would be balanced, normal hit damage to becomes. That's also insane. That's more than triple damage. That's insane. I can kind of get behind the really high crit modifier. I'm still kind of stuck on that special ability at 3 times attack for minus 2 AC. 10 rolls 10 or higher than the AC and roll plus 12. So wait, so 10 or higher. So you had a 19 AC, so he rolled a 31 total. And he would have had a crit as long as he rolled a 29 or better. Okay, his attack bonus is plus 12. And it would have been a crit as long as he rolled a 29 or better, right? Right. So at a 17 in that case, as long as he rolled a 27 or better. That's kind of ridiculous. That's not balanced well. Like the 10 or higher crit, that cuts the RNG severely and makes crits very possible. Like, as a player, I love crits. I mean, if I was going to talk about D&D, I played it was the Legend of the Five Rings adaptation. I think it was 3.5. I played a samurai, and our first combat, we only have played one session, but we had a combat with some bandits or something, and I had talked to my DM, and I had basically I had the Murasame, which is a blood sword. So first combat, I didn't do much. I got crit and hit 0 HP. And so the stipulation for the sword was if you hit 0 HP, you go berserk. You have more damage, like you get boosted strength, that sort of thing, because it's a blood sword. So that happened, and then I went and attacked the bandit that had put me at 0 HP, and I rolled 20, 20, 20, 19, 17, or something like that. So in 3.5 edition rules, that was a quadruple critical. So at level 1, like I ended up doing something like 73 damage to a poor level 1 bandit. So I completely get crit damage and crit modifiers. Maybe it was 3.0. I don't remember. It was L5R, and we did. And the rules was, if you roll a crit, then you roll to confirm a crit, and if that crits, you roll to confirm that crit, and you continue to roll until it quits. And each time you increase your multiplier by 1. So maybe it was a house rule. I think it was just an alternate rule, not a. Yeah, it might have been a house rule. I mean, this was, geez, it's probably 15 years ago. Yep, thanks for dropping by, Solaris. Hope to see you tomorrow night. Yeah, we didn't do the insta-kill. Yeah, but, so, like, I love crits and having fun with them, but making it so that it's I mean, rolling 10 or higher than a person's AC. I mean, if you've got a wizard or a sorcerer in the party, I mean, they've got 11 or 12, maybe 13 AC at level 1. Like, it's not hard to hit a 23. And that kind of defeats the purpose of crits, in my opinion. You shouldn't be able to get close to a 50% crit rate at low level, monsters or players. Flame unit, level 2 of them still controls, yeah. Dual wielding lances, that could be neat. Get that extra range. Should go dual wielding shields. Do shield slams.
Why arrest him when you killed all those others? What made him special?
Saved your life. He didn't have to get you out. Yes, but yeah, I mean, tough choices. Justice belongs to the law, and the sheriff will probably execute him anyway. Saved your life. He didn't have to get you out of your house, but he did. Yeah, you could potentially do a lot of damage with those. That's true. Let's stick with the justice.
Maybe you have it right. If I value my own personal feelings above the law, then I'm no better than a vigilante.
I actually feel like we made the right choice there. Wow.
Very well. I accept your decision to let him live. But the people who are truly responsible, Nelius Dorsey and Liberty Buchanan, I will bring justice to their doors.
I don't think I ever played in D&D. Is she? I don't know.
Will you help me find them? You can count on my guns every step of the way.
Is there an echo? If there is, I'll have to troubleshoot that. I'm hearing some parts of her lines twice. Weird. It's not coming through my mic because I've got headphones in, so there's no outside of the mic sound. I wonder if it could be glitching a little bit on sometimes. Because I'm not hearing it twice. I'll have to look at the VOD tomorrow and see and try and see what you're talking about and troubleshoot it from there. This will help you maneuver. Okay. Yeah, let me know, please.
Of course. Good. You've got yourselves a bargain, Rangers. We should go after Nelius Dorsey first. Isaac said he headed west into the mountains. No doubt he plans to hole up at one of the old resorts from before the bombs fell.
Okay. I'll check the VOD in the morning and see, because again, from my end, I'm not noticing anything, so I'll have to check the VOD. If I can catch it on the VOD, then that's definitely on my side. And it might be a setting in game, or it might be a setting here on my streaming service. So I'll check it out. Yeah, thanks for letting me know about that. Try to give a decent quality stream. I know my internet's not the best, so I'm kind of at that's mercy, but
I don't think we're ready to face him yet, though. Nelius will be dug in, I expect, and he'll have all his best people with him. He only left behind the expendables in the garden.
I thought she said she was gonna follow orders, not give them.
For now, we should head back to the sheriff.
alright, it's a quick save. I do intend to at some point go back to Fell Seal and do the bonus dungeon. There's just so much stuff came out, and I wanted to stream it. Made it difficult to prioritize bonus content.
I'm selling if you're buying.
Let's sell junk. That's still the case even now. Honestly. Gutter snake. Arc weights. Rip cracker. We can go check out.
Hey, chums! Welcome to Taiwan Jones's Emporium. My store has everything you're sardinely.
Sardinely, ugh. 10 to 14. This is what we want. We can use that. 16 to 23. So it's much higher damage. Higher hit chance, much more penetration. That's 5 penetration instead of 2. It's really good. No bleed chance, that's okay, but we get heavy attack. I think I'm gonna buy that. Because it's not terribly expensive. We need 5 strength for that, so let's buy that. And then we've got the revolver, it's just small arms, assault rifle, auto shotgun, small arms 5. That'd be decent, but we're not gonna do that now. Okay. Let's do this. Modify weapon. Razor box requires 10 weapon modding. It's pretty good, 50% chance to apply bleeding, but we're gonna just do that, which is the weight. That's also the